Welcome to Business and Sustainability Safe Permaculture Practices. As they say, soil is skin of the earth. In this module, you are going to learn all about soils. Following are learning outcomes of this module. After completing this module, you should be able to describe the processes by which soils are formed in nature. Identify different types of soils using visual inspection and simple tests. Classify a given soil based on its particle size proportions. Describe key soil characteristics and appreciate their importance in the context of permaculture farming. Describe the mechanism of soil erosion and use them for preventing soil erosion. Understand the role of microorganisms in soil fertility and sustainable use. Understand and apply the techniques of reviving nutrient-depleted soils. What is soil? Soil is composed of two parts, inorganic and organic part. Inorganic part is composed of sand, silt, and clay, and are non-living portion of soil that are made from rock minerals. Organic part composed of soil food web, which includes soil biota that brings soil to life, such as microorganisms and earthworm and humus. Sand, silt, and clay are called primary particles. When soil particles, sand, silt, and clay, and organic matter bind together, they form soil aggregates, also known as beds. Depending on the composition and on the aggregate forming conditions, they have a specific shape. They could be granular, like gardening soil, blocky, columnar, platy, massive, like modeling clay, or single-grained, like beach sand. How are soils formed? Soils are formed from physical, chemical, and biological weathering of rocks. In physical weathering, temperature change, abrasion, or frost can cause rocks to break down. In chemical weathering, minerals within rocks change in their chemical makeup when they react with water, air, or other chemicals. In biological weathering, organisms help speed up soil formation. The type of rock and weathering condition affect the properties of soil formed. How are soil formed? Soil formation is influenced by organisms such as plants, microorganisms such as bacteria or fungi, burrowing insects, animals, and humans. On bare rock, lichens are the pioneer species that colonize rock surface. This stage of soil formation is called the pioneer stage. Lichens play a major role as they can absorb water from rock surface and atmosphere and make food by photosynthesis. Organic matter created by these pioneer species helps create suitable environment for other microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, and worms that helps in decomposing organic matters and breaking down rock surfaces. This favors growth of small annual plants, grass, ferns, and perennials. In intermediate stage, the roots and dead parts of these plants create more organic matter and provide habitat for insects and other smaller animals, and they all begin to change the soil composition. More grass, shrubs, and small plants start establishing themselves and attracting more animals and insects. This process of dead animal and plant waste and their degradation by bacteria, fungi, worms, and other soil biota continues to create and change the soil composition. This leads to the establishment of large vascular plants such as shrubs and small trees. Climax stage. This is the steady stage where soil is fully developed and large trees are established along with grass, herbaceous plant, shrubs, and small trees. This creates new ecological environment to attract different insects and animals. This is also called plant guild stage. Formation of soil horizons. To recap how soil and horizons are formed, weathering breaks down parent rock. Simple organisms start establishing and start making organic matter, and soil broke rock surface and parent material starts forming sea horizon. As more plants start establishing, parent materials break down into mineral particles and more soils develop results in a horizon. Well-developed soil now has established one more horizon called B horizon or subsoils along with C horizon with bedrock. A well-developed soil has many horizons. O horizon. The top organic layer of soil made up of decomposed organic matter and called humus. A horizon is also called topsoil. This horizon is mixture of mineral particles and humus. Seeds germinate and plant roots grow in this dark colored layer. This is the most important layer for healthy plant growth. E horizon is made up mostly of sand and silt. This layer is light in color. Most of its minerals and clay are lost as water drips through the soil. This layer is absent in some soil horizon. B horizon is also called the subsoil and contains clay and mineral deposits like iron aluminum oxides and calcium carbonate that it receives from layers above it when mineralized water drips from the soil above. C horizon is slightly broken bedrock and also called regolith. Plant roots do not penetrate into this layer. Very little organic matter is found in this layer. R horizon is unweathered parent material. Climate and soil formation. In different parts of the world, different kinds of soils are found. Not only that, within same region, you can have different types of soil. Formation of soil is controlled by 5 major factors. They are climate, time, parent material, topography, and organisms. Here we will discuss the effect of climate on soil formation. Climate includes water, temperature, and wind. Freeze and thaw, rainfall, and wind erosion of rocks, and soil deposition all influence soil formation. Temperate climate gets moderate rainfall so that material leached from the A horizon accumulates in the B horizon. B horizon is high in aluminum and iron oxides. Deciduous trees lose their leaves. Every winter, these leaves decompose and help in covering topsoil with humus. They are usually a very fertile dark brown or black soil. In wet climates, so much of rainwater percolates down into the ground that all reactive minerals in the soil undergo chemical weathering. This results in producing ions and clay that migrate downward, leaving behind leach-soluble materials like aluminum and iron oxide, occasional quartz in B horizon. These soils are often red in color from the iron oxides. The soil can become so leached that there are very few nutrients available from soil minerals, and A horizon is very thin and humus is absent. In dry climate, there is very little rainfall. Sparse vegetation makes the soil very dry and low in organic matter. A horizon is very thin because of low organic matter and less fertile. Soluble minerals, especially calcite, accumulate in the B horizon. Capillary action brings calcite up because of water evaporation from the surface. C horizon has minerals locked in because of not enough water to promote weathering and leaching of minerals.